I got started in the world of FI just by reading blogs. And I think I've always been naturally frugal. I think when I first graduated college, I'm a CPA actually by trade, and I lived at home, and I think I saved like 90% of my money. So I had this kind of crazy goal to buy a house as quickly as I could. And that was, I don't know why I had that goal, but I just did. And I lived in Long Island, New York, and housing is very, very expensive. So I was actually able to save up to buy an apartment, which, still worked pretty well. And it was just having that savings rate to accomplish a goal. So that was from the time I was 22 years old. So I was already, naturally inclined to financial independence, but I guess I found originally the blog Get Rich Slowly. And then I found Mr. Money Mustache, which was pretty much like the aha moment for most people who've found FI in the last handful of years. And that was just this total game changer for me, to see it on paper. He has this article called The Shockingly Simple Math Behind Early Retirement. And you just see it. And I'm a numbers person, like I said, I'm an accountant. And you read that and your life is changed forever. And you just say, oh wow, you mean all this savings, I don't need to work until I'm 65, 70? I can actually retire early, and it's right here on paper. And that just got the ball rolling, and I became really enmeshed in this entire community, met a lot of these people at conferences, and they've become friends of mine, true friends of mine. So the FI world is my world now. I mean, this is my life. Well, first with Get Rich Slowly, I mean, that was the infancy. That was even pre-FI, let's say. That was just that was the first personal finance blog. And it was just us as a community reading about this guy, JD, right? This guy, JD Roth, who was just telling us about his life. And it was the first time that personal finance was truly personal. And I think that was the real game changer. And that just it was this light bulb moment for me that community matters, that people like to share stories. It's not just numbers on a page. It's not just, okay, I went to X school and learned economics. It's so much more than that. And it's really about the stories that we share. And I think, Mr. Money Mustache, his site has grown enormously. I mean, I think he gets something like 10 million views a month or something like that. And you see hundreds upon hundreds of comments every article that he publishes. So, I've noticed it growing certainly. And just the proliferation of these blogs. There are now thousands upon thousands of financial independence blogs. And it's people who grew up, if you will, in the FI world with Mr. Money Mustache and predating that with JD Roth. It's kind of like this second generation FIRE just for these bloggers actually, where we've all learned from these masters and now we have things to say as well. And the community just keeps growing because it grows exponentially, right? We have this superpower that is FI, and we want to tell people about it. So I tell people in my own life, and then almost invariably they tell people in their own lives, and it just keeps filtering down. So I think without question, we see momentum with this community.